What's going on, Pioneers? Welcome to the next installment in our Factory Blueprint series. Today I have a stackable manufacturer blueprint for you. I'll show you how to easily make a 4 and 3 input design, then I'll show you how to combine them into a vertical tower, and we'll wrap up with a demo of them making some items. This one is pretty straightforward, so let's get right into it. Like usual, we use floor holes and outlets for the normal design, pillars, ladders, and the structural frame pack to add some spice. Also, like last time, I'll make both designs and make them available from the Google Drive, link in my description, so feel free to pick whatever works for you. Also, last note, this is the last design we'll be making in the Mark I Blueprint Designer. For all future designs, we will be upgrading to the Mark II. First, place a manufacturer with the output edge in line with the last row of the Blueprint Designer. Make sure it's centered and place it down. Build a 4 tall tower of 4-meter foundations. From the first level, surround the manufacturer with 1-meter foundations. If you want to use the glass floors, use those instead. I would hold off on using the frame floors, pillars, and ladders until later on in the process. From the last level, build a 4x4 ceiling, again out of 1-meter foundations. Now place floor holes above the inputs like shown. We will connect these with the fastest lifts we have available. On the logistics layer, place lifts on the floor holes, all turned perpendicular to the manufacturer. Next, place 4 splitters on each lift with all the inputs facing out. Connect each splitter to the manufacturer with whatever speed belt you prefer. Again, I'll use Mark IV. And place the same on the ceiling. While moving to the front, connect an outlet underneath in the left-hand corner. Place a floor hole in front of the outlet and do the same on the ceiling. Connect with whatever speed belt you prefer. Underneath, place a lift on the floor hole and then place a merger with the output facing to the right. Connect the merger to the manufacturer with whatever speed belt you prefer. Now is a good time to replace the ceiling with the frame floor foundation. However, I still would wait on pillars and ladders as it makes it easier to build the layer designs. We can now save this design, and just to explain how I've named it, it's 1x manufacturer. This is the base level of the tower, and 4 indicates the amount of inputs. With the 1x manufacturer base 4 loaded, we can start by removing the splitters and belts that are connected to the manufacturer. We're going to leave the lifts that are connected to the floor holes. We will start by replacing the splitters. This time you're going to rotate them so that the inputs face each other. Repeat for both sets of inputs. We will now reconnect the splitters to the manufacturers. And we can save this design as 1x manufacturer upper parentheses 4a. If you're enjoying the video so far, be sure to leave a like, and if you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe. It helps me out a ton. We have one more variant that we need to make, which will go in between the 2 floors we just made. To start, load up the 1x manufacturer base 4, remove the floor holes and lifts, as well as the splitters and belt connections underneath. Place new floor holes, this time in groups of 2, in the middle of the foundations. Repeat on the ceiling. Place lifts on the floor holes underneath in the logistics layer, again perpendicular to the manufacturer, and then connect with the same speed belt that you used in the previous design. We will now place the splitters, this time with the outputs facing away from each other, and we will repeat this for both sets of inputs. Reconnect the splitters to the manufacturers, and then go to the output and remove the merger as well as the floor holes and lifts connecting it. Make sure to remove the belt as well. We will then replace the floor hole on the opposite side of the foundation and do the same on the ceiling. Connect again with whatever lift you used last time. Place the merger underneath in the logistics layer, this time outputting to the right. Reconnect the merger and manufacturer, and then we can go ahead and save this design as 1x manufacturer upper parentheses 4B. With our 1x designs complete, we can now move on to our towers. We'll start by making the base blueprint. First, load the 1x manufacturer base design, and then place a 1x manufacturer upper 4B on top. We'll start by making the floor hole connections to the corresponding splitter. I like to start from the left as the game seems to go smoother that way, and work my way from left to right. Make each connection, and you can tell it's in the right spot when the lift has turned blue. Work your way around to the front and connect power between levels along the way. We will then connect the merger to the floor hole next to it. Now is a good time to add the pillars in the corners and ladders around the outside wherever you see fit. And we can go ahead and save this design as 2x manufacturer parentheses base 24B. This will serve as the level that we bring all of our items in from, and the other designs will be for continuing the tower up. We will now set up the vertical expansion levels, starting by loading up the 4A variant and placing a 4B on top. We will again make our connections starting from the left, as well as power and the output. If you want to add pillars and ladders, do so now, and then save as 2x manufacturer 4A to 4B. I also recommend setting up a 4B to 4A, as it is helpful for expansion later on down the line. If you would like to make the 3-input version, it's really easy to do so at this point. You just have to load up each design, delete one input from whichever side you prefer, and repeat that for each design, this time saving it with a 3 instead of a 4 to indicate that one has 3 inputs and one has 4 inputs. I recommend repeating this for all designs like I have done, so you can easily create stackable towers that have 3 or 4 inputs depending on what items you're making. If you added pillars and ladders to the previous designs, now is a good time to go back and add them to the 1x variants. And with all of that complete, you are now ready to start making your own manufacturer towers. I figured I'd take a quick moment to show off a little demo. Here I have some heavy modular frames being made in one and some Caterium computers being made in the other, just to show off the 3 and 4 inputs. As we can see, if we want to add one on, it's very simple to do so. We just have to select the tower that we want, place it down on top, make our connections, and connect up power. Once everything is running, if the belts can supply it, the machines will fill. If not, you can quickly get them started by hand filling the buffers. The belts will take care of the rest. And if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like so I know to keep making more like it. If you're new to the channel, please be sure to subscribe. That way you will be kept in the loop for all of our future design videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.